everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's case I'm going to be talking to you about is Jay Slater. So Jay Slater has been missing for roughly 5 to 6 days at this point whilst I'm doing this video. So he has been missing in Spain, and this is in Tenerife, and he is only age 19. He was last spoken to at 8:50 a.m. and this was on the 17th of the 6th, 2024. And this was with his friend called Lucy Law. So he was at Natural Park of Tino, which is in Tenerife, and he had been previously attending a 3-day festival, which is a festival of the NRG. So this is in Tenerife, and at the time he was wearing a grey top and he was wearing possible grey shorts. He was wearing trainers, and also he had a bag that was black in colour, and this was a bag that people normally wear around their neck if they're gone out partying and clubbing and things like that. So it is said that if anyone has any information on the whereabouts of Jay, then they are to contact his mum, which is called Debbie Duncan, and her number is +44 75 97 68 79 and 70, and Lucy's number is +44 79 58 67 38 12, and also his other friend, which is called Brad, on +44 735 952 6470. So it is confirmed that Jay had gone and left at around 8 a.m. and this was to get back on a bus to go towards his own apartment that he was staying with his friends. So he did try to contact his friend Lucy, and it is said that this was round about 8:40 that he had contacted her, and he only had 1% battery on his cell phone at this time. And it is saying that he had said he was lost, he was very thirsty, he was dehydrated, and he just didn't know where he was. It is said that he had gone and attended a house with 2 other men. These are someone that he just met during this festival. So the Guardia then is a civil the island's police force, which they had told the BBC that the search had been temporarily moved to a different area, and this was to Los Cristianos, and this is in the south of the island on Tenerife, and this was on the Wednesday. Due to some potential leads, these were. However, the information had then been discounted, and it is said that the search returned to a rural area, which is the rural Tino, that is around a village of the Masca, where it is continuing to this day. A spokeswoman had gone and said the force had gone and had a helicopter search, and this had been launched, but it had been some delays, and this was due to the climate, but it was very much likely to resume. So this was going to be quite soon that it will be resuming. And it is saying that Jay's mother Debbie had gone onto a flight to go to Tenerife in hopes to search for his son. And Debbie had gone and told the BBC that her son was on his first holiday with his friends, like a boys' holiday that you've never been before. So she decided that she wanted to go with her other son to the island in search for Jay. And it is said that she had gone and joined the search. She had not had any sleep whatsoever, and she just feel like the situation is not real. So Jay is actually a apprentice bricklayer. This is where he went with his friends for this 3-day bender, as they do call it, to the NRG festival. And also this is in Playa de las Americas, in the south of the island in Tenerife. He had left with 2 men that he had met there and ended up at another house. So it was about 40 minutes away. That was in this rural area that they are in terms of looking into at the moment. And it is said that Miss Law, which is Lucy, she had said that he had told her that he missed a bus and was instead of attempting the 10-hour walk home. But the call had abruptly ended, and I think this was to do with the low percentage on his phone. When the Guardia civil spokeswoman was asked then if the officers had then spoken to the 2 men which Jay had gone and left with from the festival, they had gone and said that it is part of an investigation at the moment and she cannot tell anyone anymore. But Mr. Slater, which is Jay, his last known location has been at the site, which is having a lot of intense searches going on at the present moment. So the area where they have all these search people, the police officers and other search teams, it is said that it is full of vegetation there. There is some small and also winding roads. There is a statement from a volunteer firefighter as well, from the volunteer firefighters department of Santiago in Del Tide, which is described how it also had gone and joined in with the search. So they have said that we were activated to continue with the search effort for the young man, moving along 4 vehicles with 16 firefighters together with the local police and also the firefighters from Gaia de Isora Mountain, which is the Civil Guard of Guardia. There is a civil unit of civil guard dogs as well. There is family and friends of the young man that is searching too. There have been a couple of different Facebook groups that have been made in search for Jay, and it is said that they have needed this help to try and coordinate the search, and the effort has attracted more than 350,000 people. And this is in these different groups that have been made. So it is said that they need as many people as possible that they just search for him, and that also they need to be up there again first thing. However, there is a search party that is going to be necessary at this time to search everywhere, as the area is very big where they're doing these searches. So it says also, if people are willing to help, then please do so, because they need to get Jay home. Some British journalists have said, who is Chris Elkington, the editor of the Canarian Weekly, had said that the BBC, the terrain at Mr. Slater's last known location was very harsh. He said that it is a rural park where you can get a lot of hiking as well. These are all different types of trails, and it is said that it is very mountainous, and also is quite sparse and also quite barren there as well. It is quite deserty in a lot of ways, with some very deep ravines are there as well, and also valleys there. It is certainly somewhere that you would not want to be in a normal condition without the correct footwear, particularly without water. So this is the timeline of events. So Sunday the 16th of June, Jay Slater and his friends attended the final day of the NRG Music Festival at Papagayo nightclub, which is in the tourist hotspot of Playa de las Americas. Monday, 17th of June, between 3 and 6 BST time, Mr. Slater had got into a car with two men that he had met during his holiday and left Playa de las Americas at 7:30. Mr. Slater posted a photograph, and this was on his Snapchat, showing him at the doorway of a property that is tagged with the location Park Rural Destino. Between 8:30 and 9, Mr. Slater calls his friends and said that he had gone and missed a bus back to the south and was attempting to walk the 10-hour journey back to his place. And it is said the caller cut out with his phone's last location showing a path that is in the mountainous Rural Destino National Park, which is very popular with hikers. Tuesday the 18th of June, despite his friends searching the area, there is no sign of Mr. Slater that emerges, and he does not return to his accommodation. The local police and mountain rescue teams begin searching, and his mother and brother boards a flight to Tenerife. So then, Wednesday the 19th of June, the Spanish Guardia Civil continues the search. They was using drones, dogs, and also a helicopter, but there was no traces that was found of Mr. Slater. The search is very brief, that moved to the Los Cristianos area in the south of the island that was due to a potential sighting, but the police had quickly discontinued this, and that the lead and moved the search back to the beginning where they were. And this was to do with the original area that they were. So Thursday the 20th of June, the Guardia Civil Mountain Rescue, the firefighters and volunteers returns to discover the national park. So Jay is an apprentice bricklayer from Oswald in Twistle in Lancashire. Jay's mother, Debbie Duncan, had flown to Tenerife with her other son. Before Jay went missing, he had asked a cafe owner for the bus times, and the cafe owner was called Ophelia Medina Hernandez, and it is said that this was in Buena Vista del Norte in Tenerife in Spain. So Miss Hernandez had said that, quote, I saw the boy in the morning at around 8 a.m. and he asked me twice what time the bus came, and I had said 10 o'clock. Okay then, so far that is all the information I can find on his case. It is still very early days, so I decided to do a tarot card reading to see what will come up. So the first question I asked, what happened to Jay Slater? First card was Reverse 9 of Swords. So there was an ending of any negative situations and stress. There was some sort of recovery after some mental agility. Reverse 10 of Swords. He tried to escape a situation, tried pulling himself together, learning from a certain hardship. Reverse 10 of Pentacles. There was some financial disaster, loss, and an unexpected change or situation. Reverse Death. There was some dependency and involved in some negative situation, and he could not move forward. Empress. There was a female who was a mother or was pregnant or was really attractive, and also being around nature. So we had the Six of Cups. So there was some past influences, being really homesick, and a possible reunion with someone from the past. Who was involved in the disappearance of Jay Slater? We had the King of Swords. So there was an older male who speaks the truth, that could be an authoritative figure that has a lot of power, and he was very stern. Queen of Wands. There was a female who was very strong-willed, very independent, confident, and assertive. Page of Wands. There was a phone call or a message that had went on to someone that was very active, very full of energy, and had some plans. 8 of Wands. So there was a holiday, possibly a holiday romance involved. There was some sudden action and some speedy news. Reverse 8 of Cups. There was no movement forward and no moving on from a situation. There was some stagnation, and also there was coming to terms with something. Sun. There is some freedom, joy, and truth to be revealed, and it could be to do with a pregnancy. Reverse 3 of Swords. There is pain that is being released, and there is to be forgiveness and overcoming quite a lot. Justice. There is to be some consequences, a legal dispute, the truth, honesty, that is all to come. World. So there is to be some travelling and a accomplishment. King of Pentacles. So there is an older male who's very successful, has a high status, that has security and stability. Where is Jay Slater? 4 of Pentacles. So there is holding on to people or possessions. There's possessiveness and control. Reverse Knight of Cups. There is someone that he had a one-night stand with that was a manipulator. Reverse 8 of Swords. There is to be a sense of an escape or a release, trying to find a solution. Reverse Star. So there was hopelessness and being in despair. 9 of Wands. There is resilience, an ongoing battle, being very protective and defensive, and also trying to gather all of one's strength. What is the final outcome to be for Jay Slater? So we have reverse 2 of Swords. So lies are going to be exposed, the truth is going to be revealed, but there is going to be some delays in it. Reverse Tower. There is to be some avoidance of any tragedies and trying to avoid a disaster. Okay, so what is very specific in the area where Jay Slater is? So we have the initial K. So these can be signs, symbols, places or things that is very, very specific in the area. So like I said, letter K, kangaroo, a key, kettle, kite, knife, astrology symbols, letter I, ivy leaves, iceberg, insects, an island, letter C, chain, church, clouds, clover, animals, a cross, letter F, fairies, fan, feather, ferns, king, queen, jack, joker, letter S, a steeple, sunrise, swallowbird, a swan, swords, letter A, apple, arch, arrow, and an airplane. So I did do a mediumship on this case, so this is everything that had come out. So we had Sands, Pair 9, Ran Off, Tuscany, Roger, Walking by a Beach, Sun Coming Down. There's a blonde to brown-haired female. She's hand gesturing to Jade to come over to her, so she's like this. We had the word of vexatious, corduroy, white type of building near water. There is a couple of people laughing and chilling, sitting down, looking over the water. This could be to do with the sea. Commonwealth or common area. There was mentions to do with Junction 28. So when I looked on the maps, there is in Spain, there is a Junction 28, which is close to Los Cristianos. So this may be very significant to the case. Then there was 2 boys that was arguing, pushing each other. So there is names that come through, which was Caitlin, Rosie. There is a pathway, sand dunes. Someone found something or hid something that has a zip. That is by some rocks. That could be Jay. So this could be Jay that have hidden this, whatever it is, or someone else. So we had targeted, timing on one's head, a carcass, two boys punching each other, and then there is boys that is punching another boy in the stomach, and this boy has no top on. There is a Hyundai Tucson, the name of Bolter, junction next to a cliffside, was being followed, a girl with a dark hair that has her hair up in a bobble. She's pushing some boy in anger, screaming in his face. This could be a potential authoritative female. So we had Barry or Barry, Lanswick or Runswick, a big valley of some sort with a drone or a plane that is searching an area that is very low. There's a lot of rocks that is hiding something behind them. And when I was looking at some areas in Spain, it did look something similar to Playa Benillo Beach rocks or Playa Masca Beach. And there is something to do with a vehicle that is hiding behind rocks or behind a wall. There is a male, mid-30s, that is very broad, that looks to be like a police officer that is searching, that has a hat on. Then there is a male that is in a house or in a condo with a female. They were both age range between late 20s, mid-30s, carrying a black rucksack up some stairs or up some steps. They was full of something, and this male had a white vest top on at this present moment when I was seeing it. There is mentions about rumours. We had Benijo or Benijo, Benico, Benito, Menico, Longe. Then I seen a big brown seashell, and when I looked at that, I was thinking, like, what is the significance of a big brown seashell? So this is apparently linked to drug traffickers. So there could be drug trafficking that is actually going on and he may be involved with. Then I did see a male then working under a vehicle, and I think they was working under a white vehicle, and this did look a little bit like Jay or someone that is quite similar to Jay. We had Syllabut, Hersey, Jersey, Karen, Russian, Osbot or Oswald or Oswald, a male in mid-30s with black beard, half caste or Mexican type, looked really mad, got black hair, near a dog or something similar to a dog. Cindy. Then we had words of housebound, being tracked. There's carnage. Someone had ruffled someone's feathers, so to speak. There was an inconvenience, a Sybil, Toronto, Pasadena, Tunbridge Wells, a courtesy car, Lander, Quarry, Tumbleweeds. Then I seen some people that was hiding either in the mountains or hiding in some terrain, and they was watching from a distance with things that is actually going on. So I feel like people are actually watching from a distance to the search that knows what is going on. So then there is a male, a black male with dreadlocks that had his hair up in a bobble, and he had a white top on as well. We had the name of Terry, Lana, Giselle, Tom. Then we had Sudan, Josinta, Kerry. There is mentions to do with a factory here as well. Canary, Bella, Madrid, Dawn, a Rockland, and also a town. So I'm going to be doing a ghost tube session to see what is going to come out. Okay, so this is a case of Jay Slater. He is age 19. He's gone missing in Tenerife. He's gone missing in Tenerife. Okay, so there is, at first it do tend to look like clouds, but then it looks like, I'm not sure, maybe some animals or something like that. So That is the first image that comes forward. So maybe it's water with animals or something in the water. Okay, so Jay Slater is gone missing in Spain in Tenerife. He's aged 19. It is said that he was last at Natural Park of Tino. He previously attended the NRG Festival in Tenerife. It is said he was wearing a grey t-shirt, trainers, and had a black bag. What happened to Jay Slater for him to go missing? Jay Slater is actually a apprentice bricklayer as well. And I think he's originally from either Lancaster or Lancashire. What happened to Jay Slater for him to go missing? Who was involved? Where is Jay Slater? Can you show us an image that's very specific where Jay Slater is located? It is said that he had last spoken to his friend Lucy at around 8:50 a.m. on the 17th of the 6th, 2024. And he said also that he only had 1% battery on his phone before it abruptly went off. Okay, so it is showing like a place where there is some tall buildings. So wherever he is somewhere that has tall like skyline type of places. Or was. Is that where Jay Slater is now? Was that where he was? Who was involved in Jay Slater's disappearance? Can you show us what the people look like that is involved? Can you tell us what happened to him? Like what happened? Who was involved? Where is he? Is he still alive? Let's get some answers for his family and his friends. Just giving a heads up, every time I do ghost tube seer app, everything that comes through is pretty accurate. So this is why I always do the ghost tube seek app. Loads of us in like the mediumship world, in the paranormal field, we all swear by this. Is like pretty accurate. It's pretty crazy. Not just that, it helps with our mediumship as well, to see if we're actually on the right track of, you know, our mediumship skills. Can you show us where Jay Slater is located? Or what is around him? Or what people is around him? Okay, so I'm not 100% sure what this is. It's either a drink or there is something to do with blood. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Just please take whatever you can resonate with this, because I can't really tell what it is. But to me, look, it does look like a glass of something, some type of red liquid. It may be just alcohol. What else can you tell us about Jay Slater and his whereabouts? Is he hurt? Is Jay kidnapped? To give some closure to Jay's family, what can you tell us about Jay Slater? Where is he? Who is he with? Can you show us? Can you show us what Jay looked like, or can you show us who Jay is with, what people he's with, if he is with anyone? Or actually show us who these two men was that he had gone in a car with. Did Jay miss a bus? Is it true that he missed a bus? Did he try to attempt the 10-hour walk back to his apartment or place he was staying? Is he safe? I'm not too sure what this is, but it looks pretty strange. Maybe the church. Or maybe a cave or something. What else can you tell us about Jay Slater's disappearance? Was Lucy Law involved in the disappearance of Jay? Did she have a big part to play in it? Who was involved in his disappearance? Can you show us how many people is responsible for the disappearance of Jay Slater? It has been roughly 5 to 6 days he has been missing now, and there is still nothing, no sightings or nothing of him. Is there any descriptions of the area or place where Jay is located that you can show? Is he in the Los Cristianos area? Is he near water? Or is he in a house? Near a house? Can you show us something where he is very close to, or where he actually is, if possible, please? Or is he in the Tino area? Or Benicio, if that's how you pronounce it. Is he involved in drug trafficking? What can you tell us? Okay. I'm not sure if that's like graves or if that's just like doorway entries to somewhere. Or like a leading to a tunnel maybe. Statues. What else can you tell us about the disappearance of Jay Slater? Maybe his whereabouts? Who he's with? Okay. So is someone in a cloak and a couple of people behind. Yeah, there's a couple of people behind them. Is Jay Slater in hiding? Was very specific in the area where Jay Slater, who was disappeared in Tenerife, is located. Is he involved in a group or a cult or something like that out there? Or traffickers? Underground? Or with someone in disguise? Who is Jay Slater with? Is he near any terrains, mountains, houses? Where is he? What can you tell us? What can you show us, I should say, about Jay Slater? Okay. Maybe being, it looked like a front of a gun to someone's face. Looked like a madman, to be honest. What else can you tell us about Jay Slater? Can you tell us the steps, like from when he left the festival? You've shown us in images, like step by step of everything, what happens to where he is now, please. This is for his family to know what happened. And people who was out searching for Jay Slater. Did Jay mess something up for someone? Did he steal? Because there's rumours going around he stole something. Is that true? I just clicked on now because I don't know if it's true, but I'd seen something online about Jay was involved with hurting some young guy or something with a machete, and that image just came to me now, thinking, is that what they're showing, like something he'd done? So that could be a long machete, you know, hitting someone in the face with it. Could be, I'm not sure. If so, then that's very uncanny. Could you tell us more about Jay Slater's disappearance, or the night you went missing? And it was also said that that a young boy that he did it to, his skull or something was exposed. So looking at that, then it was like all of his face, and that was like all the bones and skull, and that looked like he was being exposed. So maybe that is something to do with it. I don't know. What else can you tell us or show us about the disappearance? Is he still on the island? Tell us more about Jay Slater's disappearance, please. Is he going to be found alive? Is there any last things you want to show us now before we end the session about Jay Slater's disappearance? Any last importance? Any clues you can show us as to where he is, if possible? Okay then, thank you very much for your information. Okay then everyone, so that is the case of Jay Slater. So that is everything that I can get at the moment. So yeah, and I'll try my best to keep you updated about everything that is going on, and hopefully that his family and friends will find him safe and sound and they can take him home. So yeah, my love goes out to him and his family and his friends. Let's try and see if he gets home very soon. Okay then everyone, until next time, take care.